My name is Felipe, aka Fellipe the Barber, and I have grown my barbering career to over 500 recurring clients and a brand new barbershop in New York City in just 3 years. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification button. Also, to get some daily tips and some amazing haircut photos, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Fellipe.thebarber. Now, to the haircut.
To begin this haircut, I am going to start setting the bottom guideline. Now, if his hair was a lot longer, I would begin with the top guideline / removing the bulk. But because it is not, and it's a short length on the sides, I'm just gonna go ahead and set the bottom line first. I'm using here the magic clip. I just turned the clipper over, with the teeth against the skin. You can use it with your trimmers, you can use your fading clippers, up to you. Honestly, if you are a beginner, I recommend using your fading clippers just because it is easier to remove that line. Moving forward, I'm gonna set here my top guideline for the fade. I like to fade setting a top guideline and a bottom guideline. Doesn't matter the order, but what's important is that before you start fading and before you start moving forward with the haircut, it is important that you set those two, just because it allows you to know exactly where you're working. Less likely for you to lose yourself on the fade. A lot of beginners have that problem. You start fading and then you forget where you are and what number and what not. So this is a great technique and just a good system to just get in the habit of. I have my Babyliss trimmer and I'm just cleaning up the bottom there. It's a little time consuming, probably the most single thing that takes the most time, but either way, you get the point. Just be careful, do not go up too high, because you might create a line that it might be a little too difficult for you to remove. So just keep that in mind. After that, it's time for the foil shaver. I use the Braun Series 5. To begin the fade, it's very simple concept, but it's a little bit harder in practicality. I'm gonna set another guideline. Now this guideline is with the half. I'm just gonna open the blade here with my Wahl Sterling 4, and I'm gonna set that guideline with the half exactly in between the top and the bottom guideline. Alright, so now it's time to start removing the bottom line. I like to fade from the bottom up, just my preference. If you like to fade from the top down, then go ahead and remove that middle line first, and then you can remove the bottom line second. It's a lot easier for you to get lost, in my opinion, in the fade if you fade from the top down. I like to fade from the bottom up. So I'm gonna start here with the lever closed, and I'm gonna start flaking out that line. By default, it's going to create another line, but then I just start opening my lever little by little, and I'll flake out that line. I'm gonna repeat that process all around the head, of course. Just keep in mind that sometimes on the back of the head, it seems like it's a little bit more difficult to remove the line. So just keep working at it. Take your time and play with the lever. Just open and close, open and close. Perfect. Moving forward, I'm going to throw on my number 1 guard. I'm going to close the lever, and I'm going to begin erasing that line. Now remember, that middle guideline that I set was with the 0.5, a half. The way you get rid of that is with the 1. Sometimes, and honestly, maybe 8 times out of 10, the number 1 guard will not completely remove that line. If it does not remove that line, don't panic. You can just throw on the half guard and you should be able to get rid of that line. If for some reason the half guard isn't removing that line, probably you pushed that line a little too far with when you were erasing the bottom one. Take the guards off, open the lever, and start flicking out that line. After I used the number 1, I saw that it wasn't cutting completely, so I throw on the half guard, close the lever, and I start flaking out that line. It is important to be very controlled here, because if you are not, you're going to push that line up a little too far up and it's going to be uneven. So I begin with the lever closed, and then I'll open it little by little, playing with it. I'm trying to see where the dark spots are, if there's any line. A little tip: rotate the chair around, look at it from different light. Sometimes the way the light hits, it makes it look like the line is completely finished and gone, but in reality it isn't. I'm gonna start just the clipper of a comb here. I'm not gonna cut too much off. I'm not cutting any length off the top. Now what I'm doing here is, honestly, I'm just kind of setting that like 90-degree angle. On hair like this, I like to freehand with the scissors. I just find I have more control than freehanding with the clipper. So it's up to you. You can freehand with the clipper, you can freehand with the trimmer, you can freehand with scissors. It's really up to you. The point here is to get the sides, the silhouette of the head and the hair to be flush, almost like a 90-degree angle. The haircut is pretty much over, to be honest with you. Like I said before, I'm not cutting the top or any length off. He is letting it grow, and now it's just a matter of shaping him up and lining him up. He does not like the top hairline to be sharp at all. He likes it more of a natural look. So I'm just cutting the baby hairs, and then I'll go ahead and start lining up the sides. I am gonna throw a little bit of hair fiber just to add a little bit of pop. I do not like, and this is my own preference, I don't like haircuts to look fake, airbrushed, or even Photoshop. I like my haircuts to be as natural as possible. The goal here is to pretty much add that much little detail, just a little bit of detail to make the hair pop. So I'll throw on a little bit of hairspray, I'll spray the fiber, and then I'll take my razor and I'll line him up. I didn't include that part of lining him up in the video because it was out of frame, but you get the idea. And this is pretty much it. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna throw some water on his hair. I don't have a curling foam, so I'm gonna use a hot towel and just curl it up. That's the haircut, guys. If you have any questions, drop a comment.
If you enjoyed this video, hit a thumbs up, share it with friends, and don't forget to check out these other similar haircut videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.